purposes. As we are starting this AGM, may we Lord be with us, guide us all our deliberation, lead us to success. We pray for the university. May the university continue to grow from strength to strength. We pray for the management of the university. We pray for the parents. May we Lord continue to be with all of us. We pray for our students, our children. May good Lord continue to be with them, guide them and lead them aright. Such shall it be. Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Badmos. Mr. Badmos is a parent and is representing the bossa. He's the deputy bossa of the university and is also representing the bossa in this meeting today. Thank you very much. May I start by introducing the official of this meeting. Right in our midst is the Vice Chancellor of this great university, Engineer Professor Jeremiah Oludele Ojejino. You are welcome, sir. Also in our midst is the Registrar and Secretary to the Council, Alhaji L.S. Tafa. Fortunately, is also a parent of the university, of the student in the university. Also in our midst is the bossa, represented by Alhaji Adinka Badmos. You are welcome. We also have the librarian. She's also a parent in the university. Dr. Mrs. Yusuf. You are welcome, ma'am. Our chairman of the forum, don't mind me. I won't say chairperson because they don't have Lord man in her profession. When she gets to court, even if it's a woman that is there, she'll say, my Lord, sir. So the chairman of this forum is Madam or Barrister Adebuke Ponle Ayo Ponle. You are welcome, ma'am. The first vice chairman of the forum is Mr. Adebisi Adeyanju. Also on the high table is the financial secretary, Mr. Ismail Majobaje. You are welcome, sir. And the auditor of the forum, Mr. Ikole, David Ikole. You are welcome, sir. We also have some other ESCO. They are busy. I may not mention their name because of the time. So let's welcome the chairperson to give our address. The chairperson, please. Welcome address by the chairperson. Page 13. The program of event is on page 13. Welcome address by the chairperson.
Distinguished parents, I'll be standing on already established protocols, but I'd like to recognize some dignitaries before I move on. the Vice Chancellor, Professor Jeremiah Oludile Ojediro. The University Registrar, the University Librarian, all other protocols we observe, our able parents, guidance, I welcome you all. I welcome you to the 16th Annual General Meeting of Girls University Parent Forum. Greetings to you all, and I say welcome with immense pride and great joy that I stand before you this afternoon as the chairperson of this forum. I'd like to, particularly for the purpose of our new parents joining us, I'd like to reflect little on the joining of this current ESCO. As we gather here today, it is important to reflect on the journey we have undertaken together. A year ago, I took the oath of office. This past year has been with a lot of groundbreaking records. We have faced numerous challenges and we have triumphed a whole lot too. The achievements we have experienced are marked by collective resilience and unwavering commitment to excellence. Despite the obstacles we have faced, our community has continued to thrive, achieving remarkable milestones and setting few standards of excellence. Our achievements and highlights. I'm delighted to share some of the outstanding achievements of the forum over the past 1 year. These have been achieved through the unwavering support of the university, represented by its management staff, as well as the support of parents here. First on our agenda is the digital billboard. The forum received a bouquet of projects that requires our intervention as collaborators in the university. Top on the list is the construction of a digital billboard. We realize that it's aligned with our vision and obliged to the construction of a two-phase digital billboard that was commissioned by His Excellency Chief Dr. Olusegun Obasanjo, PCFR, the promoter of this Saturday of learning. If you take a look at this picture, this is actually where the billboard is currently located. This was what was at that space. It was it was a tree that has shed most of its leaves at a particular time that we took that space. And this is where we are with that space, with a two-phase digital billboard. Thank you very much, because I thought the parent forum deserves a round of applause from all parents ourselves, because we learn to celebrate ourselves often. The school football field. The Bells University Student Association, BUSA, our children, reached out to us to come to their aid in the revamping of the school football field. And this was also part of the list of projects that was sent to us for intervention. The revamping and reconstruction began in earnest, and it was inspected by the promoter of the university and other dignitaries on the 13th of August 2024. The football field, to the glory of God, has been completed and it is already in use. This was commissioned by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Jeremiah Ojediro, and handed over to the university by the forum on the 13th of December 2024. This was the field before we took over. If you take a central look at it, before we took over the field, this was how the field was. And this is how this was the progress of the field, and I know that today it is greener and was already in use by our children. We also had the Booster Boardroom support. Our forum has continued to strengthen its ties with stakeholders, most importantly, our children. During the year under review, we received a request through Booster executives for the laudable project of a modern facelift of their boardroom. This call we yielded to and supported them in making this dream a reality. This effort has made a positive impact on the outcomes of the Booster Executive Committee and have fostered a spirit of social responsibility among our students. This was the boardroom when they came calling for our help, and this is the boardroom today. Strengthening collaboration. One of the core missions of the Parent Forum is to strengthen the collaboration between parents and the university administration, as well as our students. We firmly believe that a strong partnership among all stakeholders is essential for the holistic development of our students. There was a clarion call by some parents of final year students at a particular point in time in our journey for some of the students who had final year students who had one or two carryovers at that particular point in time, because the university no longer undertakes summer classes for them again. But we reach out to the management of the university to reconsider their position of summer classes for our final year students who have a minimum number of units carryover. So let me reiterate that after a thorough consideration, our request was yielded to by the university. And at this point in time, I'd like to say a big thank you to the management of the university on behalf of the Parent Forum. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I will say a very big thank you to you. Thank you always. There is the BUPF Endowment Fund. The BUPF Endowment Fund, the forum in 2021 began the endowment fund for students who lost their sponsors in the course of their academic journey. Because we have this strong belief that the students have been admitted into the university, and in the course of their journey they lost the person responsible for the sponsorship of their education. As a forum, we felt it is important for us to come and intervene, to come to their aid in that regard. So the fund was expanded in 2022 to include when the sponsor becomes incapacitated. Because sometimes it's not only death that would derail the progress of a child's education. It could be incapacitation. And incapacitation could mean a whole lot of things. And I know that when you came in, a program was handed over to you. In that program, there was also an endowment fund policy that was in that program. So the policy has explained a lot about it, what this incapacitation means, and all that. So in 2023, the fund was further expanded to cater for award of academic excellence to the best graduating students in the university. The fund committee has treated numerous applications, and a number of students have benefited from the fund. The committee in 2024 also reviewed the current policy to regulate the affairs of the fund and accommodate as many beneficiaries as possible. So the revised policy has been accepted by the executive committee, and it's being presented at this meeting today. So I know that in the course of this AGM, the first vice chairman, who happens to be the chairman of the endowment fund, will speak to it thoroughly for our understanding. We also have student welfare program. The forum has continually supported our students. We have received a lot of Save Our Soul plea from our students who do not qualify for the endowment fund, but are in critical need of our support. Because we realize that, maybe let me shed more light on that here. We realize that in the course of the journey of our students when they are filling their biodata forms, the sponsor might be the mother. She's the one paying the fees. But because of the patriarchy nature of Africa, the name of the father will appear as a sponsor. And unfortunately, in the course of the journey, the mother, who happens to be the original sponsor, passes away. There's no way the father can continue paying because he wasn't the one paying from the beginning. And by the time the endowment fund is about to be assessed, we realize that the name of the sponsor is different from the name of the person who is deceased. So in that regard, it brings a whole lot of dilemma to this child, and the father will not pay, or it could sometimes even be the father that is paying, and is the mother's name that has been filled in that space. Or even it happens to be a family relative that is paying, and the details of the family relatives will not appear on the biodata of the child as a sponsor. And if anything happens to that relative, we will not consider the person as a sponsor. It's the name of the person that has been found on that biodata that will be considered as a sponsor. But I know that this year there have been a lot of orientation from the university to the student to actually put the appropriate sponsor in their biodata forms. So we also encourage parents to also please let us do this accordingly, because like we have all had this understanding that there's some things that is inevitable in our life. In as much as we not pray for the death of any parent, our prayer is that we reap the fruit of our labor in the mighty name of Jesus. So after thoroughly looking at some of these cases, we have been able to extend our hand of help to them, despite the fact that they do not qualify for the endowment fund. But in our human space as parents as well, we have been able to resolve some of these bills. We have been able to pay some of these school fees of these children who maybe for one reason or the other, their sponsor had died and they are actually not the one on the form. The BUPF annual seminar, the Parent Forum has an annual seminar, annual tradition, where we hold an annual seminar for our children on a yearly basis. In the year 2024, the Forum had its 10th annual seminar for the year in the life of this Forum. The Forum this year held an annual seminar, the 10th in the series of this event. It was a thought-provoking seminar with the theme, Future-Proofing Success, Mastering Soft Skills and Professional Development in a Changing World. The event was well attended. We had almost 2,000 of our students attending these events this year. It took place November 13, 2024. So we, however, use this opportunity to appreciate some stakeholders who so picture speaks to the event. We had two main speakers for these events, and the students were well taken in at this point. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the University Administration for the unwavering support and collaboration. To the faculty and staff, your dedication and commitment to nurturing our students are truly commendable. And to my fellow parents and guardians, your active involvement and support are the cornerstones of our success. Together we have built a vibrant and thriving community that fosters excellence, innovation, and compassion. Let us continue to work together to ensure that Bells University remains a beacon of hope and a place where dreams are nurtured and future are built. In conclusion, I'm optimistic about the future and confident that with our collective effort, we will continue to achieve great things. Let us embrace the challenges ahead with determination and a shared vision for the success of our students and our beloved University. Thank you so much for your attention, and I look forward to a productive and inspiring meeting. I'd like to say this in passing before taking my seat, because I know that as parents, I take pride in being a parent of Bells University. Reason why I take pride in doing that is that I say that this is one of the, or let me say this is the only functional parent forum that I have had the opportunity to experience in private universities in Nigeria. I'm a parent in Adeleke University. I can make bold to say, and I know that the business is not the same way it is in Bells University. I am also a parent, because I have a ward in Babcock. I'm also a parent in Babcock, and I understand that this is not how it works. So at this point in time, I'd like us to give ourselves a beautiful round of applause first and foremost. And I would also like us to give the management of Bells University a round of applause, because we have an environment to be able to speak, an enabling environment. I can shock you to say that in Adeleke University, my word is there now, and I've not been added to the platform till today. So, thank you so very much, and I would enjoin us, for us all, to engage, collaborate for a fruitful and rewarding future of our children. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairman of the forum. Before I call on the Vice Chancellor to come and give his welcome address, while the chairman was giving a speech, the mother of all the students on campus came in. I would like to recognize Dr. Siti Kester, the acting dean of students of the university. That's the mother that is standing in for you on campus. Let's give her a round of applause. She's doing a lot of work on your behalf, on our behalf. At times, midnight, she will call me. Early in the morning, she will call me. So, Madam Kester, thank you very much, ma'am. The Vice Chancellor, sir. The welcome address, sir. The Vice Chancellor address. Sorry, sir.
Distinguished parents, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to stand or sit, or preferably reverse the existing and established protocol. Often it is said that you sit on it. If you only sit on protocol, it might die before I get there. If you stand on it, you might be destroying protocol. So I think I prefer to romance protocol and keep it alive so that others can also romance it. The protocol has been well established, and let me first of all apologize for assuming that it is the 18th AGM. I had assumed from records that BPF was inaugurated in 2008. So I just did my arithmetic and put it as 18. So let me apologize for calling it the 18th AGM. It is the 16th AGM. So let me on behalf of the promoter, Chief Olusegun GCF PhD, the DOT President, Asiwaju Kola Jamodu, the Chairman of Council and Pro-Chancellor, Professor Bart Naji, members of Senate, members of management, staff and students of Bells University of Technology, it is my distinct pleasure at welcoming all of you to the 16th DUPF Annual General Meeting and the 20th Matriculation Ceremony of our India University Bells University of Technology, OTA. Permit me again to go down the memory lane. I will not spend time on this, but I just step into the 20th year of this university. So we are in the adulthood of the university. It was established in 2005. So 1st July of 2025 this year, we will be celebrating the 20th anniversary of this university. Thank you very much. During these 20 years, we have witnessed some remarkable developments and achievements, some of which I would mention as I move on. But suffice to say that we have been standing on the shoulders of giants, giants who invested in the educational landscape of this country, the private university. Bells is the first private university of technology. Everyone shies away from establishing University of Technology because it is capital intensive. So we, our forefathers, delve into this, not minding how capital intensive it is. Again, Bells University is perhaps the only university in this country that is a community university. I'll get back to that to prove to us on that way. So we've been standing on shoulders of giants to move the university forward. From a modest beginning, we have become noted by the quality of our graduates. And we have, on several occasions, our convocations, challenged the federal government on comparing our graduates with every other university. Because, one, our graduates are citizens of this country. Two, they normally graduate to add value to the economy. So we feel that they should be treated the same way. That is story for another convocation again. But we have become noted for the quality of our graduates and their contributions within the economy and outside the shore of this country. We are becoming more known for our research in technology and also our societal transformation. So as we celebrate 2 decades of academic excellence, growth, and positive community impact, I welcome all of us to a year of celebration of excellence, while channeling our inner strength towards expanding our scopes and horizons. Permit me, ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate some of our uniqueness. I mentioned earlier that we're the first private university of technology, and we ranked 41 in the Sub-Saharan Africa ranking. We ranked 12 in this country, Nigeria, and we ranked 4th among private universities in this country. We were the first to run biomedical engineering, mechatronic engineering, telecommunication engineering at undergraduate level. at the honorary level. Currently, we are on the reporters list of the THE ranking. One of our professors is ranked among the top 2% researchers in Africa. And I'm able to say that there are two others who are peeping at that landscape. I'm certain that by November, when they appear in the convocation, we'll be reporting 3, 4, 5 of them within the top 2% of researchers in Africa. And notably also, as we are starting this year, 2025, in January, we are now in February today, our engineering crew presented 3 teams at the RAIN Hackathon 1.0 in Ibadan, which featured 297 teams. Out of our 3 teams, 2 of them came among the top 10. Out of these 2, one of them got the first prize. That was the star prize of 1 million naira. While the other team came in, Team IBOB recovered and won 100,000 naira. It is not the value of the money that matters to us. It is the visibility of the university. It is the fact that we can compete with 294 teams and come out first. I think we should give ourselves another round of applause. That is to say that our students are innovators. Our students keep on a regular basis gathering data skills, both soft skills and hard skills. Like I mentioned during matriculation, that's what they are encouraged to do. Ladies and gentlemen, our social contract. Here we operate by the component of social contract. There are 3 parts of that. Our own responsibilities. We hold it highly to say that we are proud enterprises in being responsible for our students. We have their parents on ground, and we are responsible for them. I mentioned at the matriculation address that 915 of them were to matriculate today, or 913 matriculated. Just 2-3 days ago, Senate approved the expulsion of 2 students who are yet to matriculate because we have zero tolerance for indiscipline, zero tolerance for drug, zero tolerance for bullying, whether cyberbullying or physical bullying. We want to keep them straight. We want to ensure that by the time they are graduating, they are worthy both in character and learning. So as parents, key with us as stakeholders in this to bring up children who are highly responsible, who can stand anywhere in the world. We like sharing, so we share these responsibilities with you to co-parent these children and bring them out better even than the best. And the third part is what concerns both of us. We are responsible, you are responsible, so there's a shared responsibility on each of these students. So that informs our resolve to ensuring that every student completes his or her program of study as and when due. If it's a 5-year program or 5-session program, we expect that you finish in 5 sessions, except you do not abide by the rules. We want our children, our students, to be worthy ambassadors of their parents while appreciating the huge resources invested in these children. And we mention that a lot and drum it down their throats and their ears. Also, the most worthy, like I said, both in character and learning, They must acquire both hard and soft skills while they are here. It is compulsory. But for soft skills, they must acquire minimum of 2 ICT certifications before graduating. We want them to go out and be solution providers before and after graduating. Ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned earlier that BEST is perhaps the only private university that is community-based. And our innovations mark turning points in our public engagements. It is necessary to appreciate the concept of that community university as the model being championed by us here at BEST University of Technology. Community education system sets out to provide solutions from collective knowledge and shared experiences, recognizing education as a lifelong activity. It utilizes a variety of resources as contributed by citizens who identify with the vision and ideals of our university. We are glad of the input of individuals and corporate organizations into the visions and have partnered with BEST in several ways by endowing infrastructures and other things within the system. I will mention some. Dr. Mike Adenuga, the building, the gargantuan building there, was donated by Dr. Mike Adenuga. It's yet to be completed. We are completing it, and he will, the issue coming in to commission it as and when due. That building has been put to a plethora of mixed uses. It's a library space, UN is here. The last 2 floors belongs to the library. We have the CBT Center, which the BUPF gladly furnished with 250 systems. They are there for us to see. Laboratory workshops are in there, and some office spaces, drawing rooms, and classrooms. Of recent, Asiwaju Onafoka, Kodo Wires and Cable, donated a building. When coming in, it's to your right. That houses the College of Professional Studies and the Center for Foundation Education, which we fondly call CENFED. New Horizons, it is still under construction and is to be completed and donated to the university as an ICT project and other related initiative. Young Forum, I mentioned the Student Friendship Center, just close to the Onafoka building is that building where we have renovated the Busa boardroom, and that's first class. Can you clap for yourselves while appreciating you for doing good for your children? The BUPF lecture hall is downtown. Let me step aside to mention that hall opened our eyes to the fact that we also can put up something and put up 2 halls close to that building. Thank you for renovating this hall where you are sitting. It used to be plastics. One of the parents or 2 of the parents are sitting with their legs crossed. If you are sitting on plastic chairs, you dare not do that. You might collapse, but you are sitting comfortably. And I think we are sincerely very grateful for that. Don't put your legs down. I'm envying you for doing that. Thank you for sitting comfortably in there. And we are glad. The LED billboard, like I mentioned, has turned the face of our university around. Information dissemination has become very seamless. Things happening in here are quickly put up there and you can watch it while passing by. Thank you also for revamping the sports field. It is getting greener and greener, even in Harmattan. It is still green. Thank you for doing us proud. We are sincerely very proud of BUPF for your large-heartedness, for your sensitive heart, and for your empathy and sympathy for our students and for the entire nation. The University Clinic was put up by the GZ, Professor Azokonis PLC, and that was, the school was still young then, that came up. It was extended, and that second extension was a conversion of what you donated as an ICT center several years ago. It was donated during the leadership of Mr. Jekele and Mr. Shobaju, and is now housing both male and female bed spaces for our children if and when they fall sick. In that same spirit, Dr. Timaka of New Horizon furnished it with beds and other furnishing. I think you should visit that before leaving here. So the ICT building is still there, still ongoing. So we celebrate all these great individuals and corporate entities who have identified with us. And all this is making us to run the place very smoothly. This is the idea we run with, the idea we are proud of, and the idea that we celebrate on a regular basis. BUPF, its uniqueness and mandates. The forum is for parents and guardians of our students, and that makes BUPF and university very capable stakeholders in providing education, development, and guidance for these very young ones. So we are to consciously look out for common grounds to tackle issues as they come up in very matured manners and with mutual respect, with trust and understanding of prevailing situations as guided by extant rules and regulations of the university. Gladly, ladies and gentlemen, over the years, both the university management and the forum executive have been able to sort issues out amicably, which has moved the university forward. We appreciate the previous and current executives for staying on course and often taking things beyond expectations. It is on record that Forum had partnered with the university on several fronts, thereby making their own valuable contributions to the improvement of this commendable platform for educating and encouraging the students. One noteworthy and commendable among several initiatives of BUPF is the institution in perpetuity of the BUPF Prize for Best Graduating Students in the university. The prize is to the tune of 100,000 naira and was first awarded during the 15th convocation ceremony in November 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, challenges in the creative landscape. Let me mention that the current economic landscape of the nation is giving challenges to the university. I mentioned here that our LC bill, as at last month or 2 months ago, December, was 50 million per month, while the diesel consumption was 21 million per month. That places a lot of burden in being able to sustain 24-hour supply for this university. The university also introduced free tuition for some programs to ensure it is easier for parents to send their children or their ward to school. The university also made it that you can pay 4 times, 25% per unit time, so that it's easy to send children to university. Our plea, notably, is that we wish to plead with parents to kindly bear with us when marginal increases are announced on some items, and we will be very sensitive about this. Should be noted that whatever margin of increase it is, we properly discussed and agreed on with our executive. Ladies and gentlemen, today's event, an annual general meeting, is germane. It's as a means of guaranteeing accountability, ensuring that we keep to our focus, helping to give direction for the future, have checks and balances, and vetting activities that have taken place so far. So I expect that at this AGM, these 5 key factors will be taken into account: accountability, focus, direction, checks and balances, and vetting of activities. It is with this at the back of our collective minds that we welcome you all to this annual general meeting, where efforts will be made to re-strategize always forward for this forum and the university. In closing, let me sincerely congratulate the leadership of BPF for being true to the forum's mandate and for this very beautiful outing. Let me commend the attendance at this AGM. I think it's one of the attendance that has been very full. Thank you very much. Once again, I welcome you all to BELSPEC, where only the best is good for us. Before I take my seat, let me sincerely appreciate the forum for celebrating with me as an individual at my valedictory lecture and 70th birthday. Thank you very much. Thank you for being there. Thank you for your responsiveness. Thank you for your large heart and your sensitivity. God bless you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. On behalf of the parents, we wish you happy birthday once again, sir. In fact, the pandemic I took at Ogbomoso is still making my tummy to be so big. You can see. Your own we will give you today. While the Vice Chancellor was giving his address, one of the ushers brought this to me, and one iPhone that was given to one of the ushers. The owner should please come forward to pick it up. We have in our midst the president of Crawford University Parent Forum, in person of Mr. Obaomi. Kindly come up to the podium. You're welcome, sir. He's from our sister university, very close to us. They are always here for any of our program. So let's welcome our brother. You're welcome, sir. Well, we've now come to the main reason why we are here today, the AGM. The chairman of the forum, you now have the floor.
Thank you very much. I'll crave our indulgence to go to page 23 of our program as the minutes of the 15th annual general meeting. Page 23, 24, 25 talks about the attendance. I seek your indulgence that if you are at the 15th annual general meeting, for you to check if your name appear on those stated pages 23, 24, and page 25. For the sake of our time, the minutes will not be read verbatim. I expect us to go through it page by page so that we'll save a lot of our time. If you have any observation in the minutes, kindly please note it before we take it in. Page 26. Page 27. Page 28. Page 29. Kindly please note your observation so that we'll take it together. Page 30. Page 31. Page 32. Page 33. Page 34. Any observation before we move to the adoption of these minutes? If you have any observation, kindly please raise your hand. A microphone will come to you immediately so that we can adopt a move. I cannot see any hand up. Okay.
Sir, were you at the last AGM, sir? Okay, sir. Your name, sir? You can come forward, sir.
Can you please come forward, sir? We can't see your voice.
Standing on existing protocols, my name is Adekunle Obadino. I was at the last AGM, but my name is not on the list.
Sir, did you write your name?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Okay. Same is noted. Thank you. Any other one? Okay, there's also another hand there.
I joined virtually. I don't know if you don't take attendance for those that join virtually.
Okay, when you joined virtually, you didn't put your name on the platform.
I did.
You
Because
did.
I used my link.
Okay, noted. Can we have your name again so that it will be properly captured?
Bidemi Akinpelu.
Noted. Thank you, ma'am. Any other observation? I can't see any other hand up. In the absence of any other observation, can we have someone who was at that AGM move a motion to adopt and take this subject to the corrections noted? Can we have someone move this motion? Okay, there's someone behind.
All protocol duly observed. Hi, Ajayi AO FCA. Hereby move for the adoption of the minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The seconder doesn't have to be someone who was present at the meeting. Can we have a seconder? There's a hand up there. Hello, sir. There's a hand up, yes. Yes, sir. Here. Can you please bring the microphone? Yes. Thank you.
I, Lawrence Melparia, FCA, support the motion for the adoption of the minutes.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. I hope it's not only the FCA that are here. I hope they are not the only ones that are here, because it's actually their voices that we've been hearing. Thank you, sir. Can we have any matters arising from the minutes that we just adopted, so that we can take these matters arising before we proceed to other things? Members communication platform, take it from there. That's page 27. I know there are a lot of new parents in the room today, and I would encourage you to please join the parents platform. There is a Telegram platform for the Bells University Parent Forum. Please, if you are on that platform, can we have your hand up? If you are on the parents platform, can we have your hand up? So that shows that a lot of us are not on the platform as parents of the forum. And I like everyone to be onboarded onto that platform. First and foremost, it is a Telegram platform. So if you have Telegram on your phone, I think we will go around shortly so that we'll share you the link so that you can join the platform. We encourage you to join the platform. It's an interactive platform, but decorum is actually very, very important. It is required because one thing I understand is that respect is reciprocal. We all have issues. We would always appreciate that your issues are presented with decorum so that we will take them up also with decorum. We do not appreciate the use of abusive language because we're all mature and we're all professionals. And I feel and I know that it's important that we treat ourselves with utmost respect and humility. So I encourage us, please, before we leave here today, to kindly join the Telegram platform of the Parent Forum so that you would be onboarded and you know what is happening right inside. For me, like I mentioned when I was speaking, that my child in Adeleke University have not been onboarded till date. I'm not comfortable because I feel like I'm out of the box. But so please, we encourage you to please join the platform so that we can all move this forum together. The student welfare scheme, I think we've talked about that. And I also, okay, the link will be projected on the screen, please. So please endeavor to join so that we can all come in together. The student welfare scheme, we have talked about it, but very soon, the first vice chairman of the forum, who happens to be the chairman of the endowment fund, will be speaking to that issue shortly. The 9th annual seminar, its event has overtaken that already. So, in the absence of any further matters arising from this minute, we would proceed to the significant accounting policies of this forum. Yes. I'll call on the Financial Secretary to do the presentation of the financial report of the forum to the House so that we can proceed.
Good afternoon, everybody. The chairman of the forum, an executive member of the forum, the vice chancellor and the management team of Bells University of Technology, Ota. I'm pleased to present to you the financial report of Bells University Parents Forum for the year ended 31st August 2024. The financial statement for the year ended has been audited by Messrs. Ipoli and Co. Chartered Accountants, the auditor. Financial summary. During the year under review, the opening cash position of the forum was 5,511,878 naira. The forum, the sum of 90,986,162 naira was realized as gross income for the year, while the total sum of 34,615,774 naira was expended on various administrative programs. In line with the aims of and objectives of the forum, the surplus fund was dedicated to capital projects during the year. Please see the audited financial statement on page 40 to 46. The closing cash and bank balances as at 31st August 2024 amounted to 15,451,188 naira, while the total asset of the forum is 33,367,194 naira. The source of income for the period under review consists of BUPF levy of 89,150,000 naira, which represents 97.98% of the total income for the year, while the sum of 1,836,162 naira was realized on other income, which is just 2.2%. Let me use this opportunity to thank the Vice Chancellor for giving us the enabling environment to operate as a parent forum. Thank you and God bless.
Okay, I'd like to call on the auditor for the auditor's report.
The auditor report is on page 39. Ipole David Ode and Co. Chartered Accountant. The report to the BERS University Parent Forum. Our opinions. We have audited the accompanying financial statements of BERS University Parent Forum, the forum, which comprises the statement of financial position as at August 2024, statement of profit or loss, cash flow statement for the year then ended. The note to the financial statement including a summary of significant accounting policies. In our opinion, the financial statement gives a true and fair view of the state of affairs of the forum as at 31st August 2024 and of the income statement for the year ended on that date, and in accordance with the International Financial Reporting Standards and the BERS University Parent Forum constitutions. Basis for our opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with the International Standard on Auditing issued by the International Federation of Accountants. An auditor include examinations of the test basis of evidence relevant to the amount and disclosure in the financial statement. It is also include an assessment of significant estimate, judgment made by the forum in the preparation of financial statement, and whether the accounting policies are appropriate to the BUPF circumstances, consistently apply and adequately disclose. We plan and perform our audit so as to obtain all the information and explanation which we consider necessary in order to provide us with sufficient evidence to give a reasonable assurance that the financial statements are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error. In forming our opinion, we also evaluate the overall adequacy of presentations of the information in the financial statement. The financial statement in agreement with the book of account which has been kept, and we obtain information and explanation we required. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Responsibility of the Executive Committee. The Forum Executive Committee is responsible for the preparation of financial statements that give a true and fair view in accordance with International Financial Reporting Standard and the Forum Constitution. The auditor responsibility for the audit of financial statement. Our objective is to obtain reasonable assurance about whether the financial statements as a whole are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error, and to issue an auditor's report that include our opinion. Ipole David Ode, FCA, for Ipole David and Co, Chartered Accountant, Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Auditor. I'd like to say that the financial year is from 2023, September 2023 to August 2024. So it is part of the last executive. I think about half of this financial year is from the past executive, while the remaining half is from this current executive. At this point in time, I would like to call for comments, observations. Comments, observations from this financial report that has been placed before us this afternoon. If you have any comments, observation, can you please raise your hand so that we can take them before we proceed? Thank you.
Adoption.
Okay. If there's, because we cannot see any hand up. If there is no hand up, can we have a motion to take this financial report in? A motion to take the, okay.
I, Professor Ngozi Arisa, move that the audited report be accepted.
Thank you. There's a hand here. Please, sir, please bring the microphone here. The third row here. There's a hand here. Thank you.
Thank you. I am Gabriel Bassi, FCA. In the income statement, revenue 8A.
What page, sir?
Page
Please.
41. 2024 is 8.15 million. But if you look at the notes to the account,
It's what? We need to hear you properly. We can't hear you, sir.
8A.
8A, okay?
Revenue under
Yes.
income. Revenue 8A, 89.15 million.
Yes.
But notes to the account 8A referred to in page 44, the last item there is 86.70. I want to know what the variance must have been. Have you seen it?
Yes.
In the notes to the accounts is 86.7. In the financial statement, it is 89.15. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, it's noted. Well, the financial secretary will address it. Any other comments? We'd like to take all comments together. Please, any other comments? Comments, observation? Okay, sir, there's a hand there.
Good afternoon. Standing on the existing protocol, my name is Taiwo Fumibi. A motion had already been moved, and we are entertaining observation. I think we are going backwards. What we should be doing now is a seconding of the motion, not to take observation. There was a time for observation, and it was not done. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think I understand your point, sir. But at the time the motion, she raised her hand to move the motion. I think his hand was up here. That was why I allowed him to be obliged. His hand was up here before that particular hand.
I'm sorry. Maybe we'll have taken observation. You'll have asked if it was an observation or a motion, so that we won't be going back and forth. Once a motion has been moved, it means everything that has been documented, it's in line. I'm sorry, but I guess that's how it's supposed to be.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. It's noted. Thank you. The financial secretary will address it, but please let's take a seconder so that we can move forward. A seconder, sir. Are you seconding, sir? Thank you, sir.
I, Surveyor Fadara Oluyemi David, MNIS, hereby second motion moved earlier that we should adopt the financial reports. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon once again. Concerning the issue of revenue under Note A, I want to beg your pardon that is a typographic error, because the total number of registered students at the time of preparing this account is 3,566, and we are paying 25,000. So the one that we have under income statement is the actual figure, but that note is a typographic error. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. At this point in time, we'll proceed to take the reports of the Bells University Parent Forum Endowment Fund. I would like to call on the first Vice Chairman to take the reports of this endowment fund. Thank you.
The Vice Chancellor of the University, other principal officers in the high table, the Chairman of Bells University Parent Forum, and the first female Chairman of the Forum, my colleagues in the Executive Committee, our dear parents, it's a pleasure on behalf of the Forum to present the Endowment Fund report. This is the first time we are presenting this report to us, and it is because the operation of the Endowment Fund is increasing, and we feel it is necessary for us to provide more information about our activities. Now, we already have the report presented on page 21 to page 22 of our brochure. Please kindly go through that. Because of that, and because of our time, I will not really present the report line by line. I will just speak to it and provide some summary on the area that we need to know. As we have in the paper, the endowment fund was established in 2021, and the basis for the establishment is the fact that we observe that some students do have challenges in completing their programs when their sponsors passes on. And so we felt as a parent we should come together and rally around those students to ensure that they finish their program without really having any serious effect on their academics. Now, the objective is to assist students who have financial constraints. That is basically why the forum was set up. And what we do here in terms of funding of the endowment is to dedicate 10% of what comes in as BUPF levy to a special account that we opened. And so that is how we operate the fund. And anytime we have excess fund that is not utilized, we invest them into good security to get more income for the forum. I also want to place on record and inform the parents that the university is also part and parcel of this endowment fund, because for all the cases that comes to us, as endowment committee, we do not take care of the accommodation fee of the student involved. The university promised, and they have actually been responsible for taking care of the accommodation levy. So on this, I want you to put our hands together to appreciate the university management for supporting this program. So any request that comes to us, as we are taking care of the other fees, the university is taking care of the accommodation fee. We have a booklet which we are presenting for the first time again, the operating guidelines. Please, as parents, I want us to go through it so that we can also educate our children. It takes care of the rules and regulations of the endowment fund. One of the main challenges that we have concerning this, as explained by the chairman, is the fact that as at the time the students are filling the biodata form, when they have the need to supply the name of their sponsor, sometimes they put the name of their father. But in reality, their sponsor may be their mother, it could be their uncle, it could be their stepfather, it could be any other person. So we try as much as possible to educate our children to ensure that they put the actual name of sponsor, so that at least when anything happens, at least we know that this is the sponsor of this person. Now, we present also in this report the beneficiaries of the endowment fund. The beneficiaries are listed on page 22. We have Ogunlaja, Temitope, Adeleke, Augustine, Bajela, David, Fadipe, Victor, Adeleke, Augustus, Austin, Oluwasegun, John Gift, Iota Emmanuel, Iota Gabriel, and they benefited twice. These are the beneficiaries of the endowment fund. We also expanded the fund to include prizes and awards, and the names of beneficiaries of prizes and awards are also stated here. Now, in conclusion, it will be observed that the financial statement of the endowment was prepared together with the main account of the forum. But by the special grace of God, this will change from next AGM, as we will be presenting a separate financial statement that shows the income, the expenditure, and the financial position of the endowment fund, so that we can all see clearly a separate line between the endowment fund as well as the university parent forum finances. So these are some of the things that we are presenting in subsequent annual general meeting. And so for the opportunity given to me to manage and direct this fund, I want to thank the parents and wish us happy deliberation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Adeyanju, Adebisi Adeyanju, FCA, the first Vice Chairman of the Forum. Thank you. I'd like to appreciate you specially for all that you have done for our children, because I know that some of these requests come in even 24 hours to examination when these children cannot afford to pay these fees. And the committee will be up till night before they will so as to make sure that these children are able to write their examination the following morning. Thank you so very much to you and your committee. I would like to tell the parents that we're not yet done, because I see a lot of people leaving the hall. Please give us a little more time. We'll be done shortly. Thank you very much. At this point in time, let me go back a little on other substantive matters, academic matters. I'd like us to, if we have any observation or anything, we have the privilege of having the management of the university seated with us. So if we have any question, observation concerning academic matters or other matters relating to the school, can we just please take it briefly before we proceed? It came to my notice, but because we have them here now, I think it's important we talk to them and interact with them. Thank you so very much. Can the microphone please go to the floor of the House? There's a hand here, Dr. Oluri, from this second row here. Okay, no problem. Can we please have your hand up so that we give you number and we know that we're only dealing with this set of people?
Good afternoon, everybody present.
There's one here.
And I'm Ajibola Ibukun by name. Now, when the report was being presented by the chairman of the endowment, he said that the students should try as much as possible to put the name of the actual sponsor on their forms. But then, there are situations that we cannot explain here. For instance, maybe there is a family that are sponsoring a pupil. When I say family, they might not want to reveal the person who actually pays the fees among them. But then, in a situation whereby any of those ones, anything happens, the name of the person earlier put is not the person that will show up, or they will bring a paper. As you said just a moment ago, that some of them will now, the situation will arise to a situation whereby it will be a day to the exam. When they cannot pay their fees, they will now be getting back to the school for this explanation, and that will really cause a lot of discomfort to the committee trying to put in which name, what assistance to be done for them for the exam. Yes, this might be the reason in a situation whereby they don't want to, and it always happens in Yoruba families. Maybe the person travel abroad is the one sponsoring, and he tells those ones at home, don't tell them or don't tell the boy I'm the one paying the fee, just I'll be sending it, be paying. What are we to do? I'm a bit confused in that circumstance, please. Maybe there will be more explanation from him.
Okay, thank you. I think I can respond to that, and I'll tell you the reason why I can respond to that. I have once been the secretary of that endowment committee before I became the chairperson, so I understand the terrain. So in that regard, there's actually nothing the committee can do, because if it's a community that is sponsoring that child, then if one person passes amongst them, I expect the remaining people to continue the sponsorship. That is the point, sir. Because it's a collective, it's a community sponsorship. Because if we leave it open-ended in that regard, that sponsor, it will be abuse, sir. And for us to curtail the abuse, that's why we are gone ahead to produce this policy. All the guidelines to assessing the fund is in this policy. The name of the sponsor must be well stated. And by the time the documents that the committee will be requesting, even if it is a date to the exam, sir, the document must be furnished before the committee can, in their magnanimity, take the time to do more like an overnight thing. But now we have told our children, we have stated it clearly, we won't receive 24 hours to exam again because it's not healthy. It doesn't allow us to do a thorough background check because we cannot do it alone. The forum had to liaise with the university because they have the records of the student to be able to give us the name of the actual sponsor on that biodata form of the child. Then the death certificate must tally with the name of the sponsor before the child can access the fund. And that's why we also take the sensitization to the children too. It's not only the parent that has this sensitization. The student forum or the student association too. And anytime we have the opportunity, when we do the annual seminar, it is basically for the students. So in that space, we try as much as possible to sensitize them on this issue too. Thank you very much, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ferdinand Agborobere. Yeah, I am a new parent here.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. I don't have much to say on the academic of the children, but I see from what I've read and what I've heard and what I've seen here, I believe we are doing well.
Thank you, sir.
However, because of what I do for a living, I am concerned about sustainability. We build, we construct, we design for sustainability, maintainability, and the safety of the end user. Now, looking at the structures here, I stay in the apartments down there, and I am looking at, in the next 10 years, how is it going to look like? What is the maintainability to sustain this school? I can see, I went around yesterday, the drainage structure looks good. Then it means our structures will be safe. There might be no erosion crisis. But with time, wear and tear, do you have any maintainability in place? Secondly, I was in the overflow there during the matriculation. A school that is standing on high technological background. We had a very poor communication network. This, very nice here. There, nothing to write home about. We had one speaker. It is not good enough. Another is, I am not seeing any hall. We pray for enlargement and increase. Apart from this hall and that hall, we don't have anyone. And if we are coming to convocation, what happens? Are we still going to face what we face here today? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your observations. Let me start from the last one. I think you need to go down more. You don't judge a book by its cover until you see the entire thing. In research, we say go in depth and find out. So there are more classrooms downstairs, downtown. We call it downtown. So please do that. Maintainability, we have a works department, we are working, and we are engineers. So that's already in place. to ensure that goes on. The university is 20 years old. You will imagine that there is structure on ground. You need to read our books, sir. I can give you a book on Berserker 10 and other ones to look at. So not be too early for you to judge. The ICT one you mentioned, before you came here, I got the information. I'm going to work on that. That does not happen. We are proactive. We are constantly increasing on that. We thank you for your observation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, let me in addition say that even the forum donated a hall, I think it's about 500-seater hall to the university. It's downtown. So for you to know that as much as we're doing this, we're also collaborators. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and the management. I'm very, very encouraged by the level of organization of this. My name is Ola Alek Badamosi. No, I'm not FCA. I'm a HR practitioner. So I'm very encouraged with the setup of the parent forum here. I have a child in other private university. Their parent forum is not as organized as this. Then
Thank you.
Okay. But I just need clarification. I'm a new parent. My son came back in December, and on getting home that day, we have to quickly rush him to the hospital. I said, son, what happened? He said he wasn't feeling fine in school, and his friend told him that if he should go to the medical, that they are going to pass the bill to his porter, that the medical is not free. That because of that, he has to be on paracetamol and manage until he closed. Immediately he got home, I have to take him to the hospital. I tried to get the contact to even call the registrar so that I can get clarification, but I couldn't get enough detail. So today I said, fine, in this forum, that I will have the privilege of seeing the VC, that I need clarification on the way the medical is being run. Because in other school where I have my daughter, even in public school, the level of the, I don't want to mention the name of the school, but I was even surprised by the level of attention given to her. So I want to know what the Bell medical structure is all about, whether it's pay as you go, or it's part of what we've already paid as part of the tuition fees. So, sir, I will need clarification on this aspect. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for simplifying my answer. Is that pay as you go, or it's free? It's not free. So it's pay as you go. Your child should go to the health center, whatever the situation. We are much more concerned about their health than the bill. Right? Supposing it's chicken pox like we had some time ago, we will have spread it around, which is more dangerous for us and other children. So first and foremost, a child who is sick must go to the health center and then you undergo the test, but you have to pay for the bill. The bill for health services is not part of your school fees at all. But there's a health center, there's a clinic, there's a hospital in there. There are doctors, there are laboratory scientists, and we have to ascertain what is wrong with him and then diagnose for him. But he pays for the services. Is that clear, sir? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. Standing on existing protocols, my name is Femi Odujoko. I'm a new parent as well. And I want to toe the line of the question that the last person just asked. Because my son happened to have a medical challenge sometime during sometime in November, and he had to go to the clinic. And you know, one day he just sent me a bill and says, Dad, I'm owing this money. I'm like, okay, for what? I looked at it, it's for treatment in the clinic. Okay, I made the necessary arrangement to clear the bill. But I said, if I come here today, I want to clear something, and I don't know if it is possible for us to have that in place. You've just said now that we have not paid for medical bills as part of school fees. But I went to a federal school, and once you pay your school fees, the school takes care of you. All your medical, all your bills, let me put it that way, is taken care of. And if that is not the case here, is it possible for us to have maybe like something like an HMO arrangement or some form of health insurance arrangement that can guarantee that our children can be taken care of? Because I operate an HMO. I run an HMO, and I enjoy the benefits of just walking into the hospital and getting treatment, whether I'm paying for it or not. Once I've paid my premium for the year, I get treated. It's just that I have the option of choosing what package or what policy or what kind of treatments that I would get. I think we should put that into what, at the end of the day, to come to an amount that will be very, very affordable for every parent, and it will guarantee that the students will get whatever treatment that they want. Because I don't imagine if my son falls sick again and you send that kind of bill to me, I will not feel good. Because if I've brought my child to a private university, I feel there should be a provision from the university that will cater for that. And please, we don't know when the children will fall sick. We can't control it. Just like his son. So please, let's do that so that we can have assurances that when anything happens, our children are in good hands. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I was laughing when you were talking. Because what you were saying was said 2 years ago. So that this same forum that was thrown out, HMO, NHIS. You see, we cannot eat our cake and have it. We choose one. You are giving an example of Federal University. Let me correct that point. I attended Federal University, outpage in the 70s. Federal government pays for that. So don't let's mix two issues. In Federal University, there's a subvention for that. I'm a vice chancellor, I know what happens elsewhere. Before I came here from a state university, so I know what to do. So the federal government pays for it. There's no free lunch, even in Freetown. So for here, for this place, you pay for your medical services. We came up to the BUPF with NHIS, HMO. It was thrown out by this same body. We know it, we agree. We are trying to ensure that this comes on. And I'm glad you mentioned that you choose your own package that you belong to. Fine, we can revisit that and bring up HMO for you, choose your package, then your child goes on that. But the issue was that time that there must be a premium, isn't it? Even for the HMO, it's not free, sir. There's a premium. So it's from a premium that you have been treated. So we know these ones. We have looked into it. We are highly proactive. Now, the bill you are talking about, I give you a very good example of that. If you go to a health center, you must be tested. There must be a laboratory test to ascertain what is wrong with you. Most of us don't want to pay for laboratory tests. We can't give you Panadol for stomach ache. So there must be a laboratory test to ascertain what is wrong. When that is done, diagnoses are done. All this will be paid for. And you can be sure we have top class in that. And I'll give you one example. The Pro Chancellor's wife came here sometime. She was sick and was taken care of there. His comment was, oh, that was top notch. Sir, we do not play with the health of our students. No. Like I gave an example to you, sir. If he does not go and he has chicken pox, it will infect others. And we are cautious about that. So the health center is there, but you pay as you go. Now, if this body says they are ready to adopt the NHIS and HMO, oh, the university is all for it. We bring it up again, choose your package, and then we register your child. Otherwise, I don't think we should debate this any longer. Health services are to be paid for, but we don't inflate figures at all. You are not satisfied? Oh, please, you can add. I want to answer you properly. Go ahead, sir. You are doing this. I'm a teacher. When a student does that, I know that he's saying no. Now let him ask. So, I mean, it might answer some other questions.
Yeah, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mr. Amufia Christian. I have an observation. I'm a new parent. I brought my daughter to this school on the 6th of January. I suffer a lot of hardship. I brought her to the school. They didn't allow her to enter the hostel. They say the clearance must be done before entering the hostels. Clearance done before entering the hostel. Being a new parent, I wasn't aware of that. And the things we brought were outside. I think the proper thing to be done, they should allow them to enter the hostel and later do the clearance. I left my home by 4 o'clock on that day, 4 p.m. I never knew that that is the way they do it here. I know how I suffer. I couldn't just go and leave my daughter. I have to stay with her until at about 8 o'clock in the night. So I really suffer a lot. How are we going to leave our things outside? I don't think it's proper that way. I think something should be done about it.
Sorry, sir, may I just give you a correction in there? You can find out from other institutions. You don't go into the hostels like that. Now the thing is that you must get clearance to go in there. We have tried doing that before. I'm sorry to say there are abuse, it's lendable to abuse. Sir, some of you will not pay fees again. And I have examples of that. Some I have to pay. Maybe one of them is